Hello there and welcome back to Raft, yes. We're back on Raft, getting ready to continue our survival playthrough that we've been doing, building up our massive boat. But first, you know what time it is. We gotta talk about Boosteroid Cloud Gaming. But before you skip ahead or turn off, whatever, um, just so as you know, there is a link down in the description down below that should you wish to sign in for Boosteroid and get a subscription, if you use that link down below, you do help out the channel a little bit, so if you decide to do that, I do thank you. Okay, now on to Boosteroid. So, like I said, we're going to be talking about Boosteroid now, so, yep, do what you got to do. Okay, are we all good? Alright, so if you're still here, obviously you never heard of Boosteroid before, or you're just kind of want to hear some of the stuff again, a little refresher, whatever, it's okay. It's cool. But yeah, so if you don't know what Boosteroid Cloud Gaming is, Boosteroid, the cloud gaming service, allows you to play PC games on just about any device. We're talking smartphones, we're talking smart televisions, we're talking, tablets, laptops, and PCs. You can play it on any device and use the Boosteroid service. They support quite a lot of devices and stuff like that. So, like I said, allows you to play your PC games that you own on any of those devices using cloud technology, of course. And when you do connect, you're connecting to a computer that's halfway across the planet. So, depending on where you are, I suppose. But yeah, pretty amazing technology. Definitely is cool for me because you guys know, if you've been on the channel for any length of time, and I've talked about my PC. My PC is it's got some newer parts in it, and I keep swapping out the older parts for newer parts and stuff like that. But it is definitely has shown its age, and being able to use the cloud gaming service, even though I'm on a gaming PC, but being able to use this service to be able to play my games when my PC is not feeling the best up to itself anymore, up to its best anymore, and not have to use my PC's resources. I can use theirs, for as long as I want. That's pretty darn cool. So, yeah, pretty nice. So yeah, the other thing you're going to notice too is we've got a few different things on our screen here. Up in the top left, I do got to get rid of my overlay. Let's do that real quick. Okay. So up in the top left, we've got microphone and we've got brighter picture mode. Both of those are for the streaming service. As you see down the bottom right, you can actually stream using the Boosteroid service. You can stream to different platforms, which is really cool that they offer that. You can not only use their computers to play a game, but you can also use their computers to stream that game if you are a streamer, which is fairly nice. One of these days I got to try it out. I haven't tried it out yet, but yeah, definitely got to try it out someday. You're also going to notice the the language settings up in the top right, and that little power button up there as well. Turn this back on. There we go. So, and it's also Spooktober before I forget, so happy Spooktober. I'll probably say that again once we get done with all this, talking about Boosteroid and stuff. But, yeah. So, let's say you click into the game, by the way, to get rid of that overlay if you are playing within a browser. I use the browser version on Firefox, so I can't speak to how the applications work or anything like that. It's just I use a PC to use Boosteroid, so that is what it is. But yeah, let's say you're clicked into the game. I could talk about that power button. You clicked into the game and you're ready to quit. You're done playing the game. You're ready to quit and shut down. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to exit the game as if you're on a PC. You want to exit this game, this game, whatever game you're playing. Exit, quit to desktop. Just exit the game completely. And what this does is this allows Steam or Epic, whatever you're playing on, to put your save into the cloud. Because when I click this little power button up here to bring it back up on PC, you hit Control Alt and it brings up the overlay again. And you click this little power button up here. What this is going to do is it's going to ask you if you want to close out the session. You close out the session, and that's it. It takes you back to the main page of Boosteroid. So, but when you close out this session, it wipes all local data. So when you do exit a game, when you save a game on your own PC, what it does is it creates a local save, and then when you exit the game, it then uploads that local save to the cloud through Steam or Epic, right? Well, it works the exact same way when you're connected through the Boosteroid service through their computers. It works the exact same way. But when I close out a Boosteroid session, I get disconnected from that computer because I'm done with my session. That computer wipes all of its local data. So that's it. That's local saves. That's any screenshots you took, any other data that the game or Steam created. It all gets wiped. And the reason they do that is so that they don't have to have terabytes and terabytes and terabytes of hard drive space saving everybody's saves and all that stuff. So, and every time you start up a brand new session, you're going to be connected to a different computer anyway, and there's probably thousands upon thousands of computers ready to go, ready for a user to connect to them. So, yeah, that's why. So make sure you are solely responsible for your cloud saves getting synced. So make sure that you exit the game. Click this little exit button right here, quit the desktop, whatever the game has, and make sure that save gets synced for the game you were just playing before you close out the session. They also ask that you please do not, if you're using a browser, please do not close tabs. If I move my mouse cursor to the top of the screen here, we're playing in big picture mode, which is usually using F11, so that it looks like we're playing a game. But we're playing the game within the browser. So yeah, they ask you that you please do not close tabs to close the session out. Now, the reason they don't want you to do that is because it's really hard on their system, and it could get you into a spot of bother, a little bit of trouble. So yeah, so please do not do that. They do ask you to not close out the tabs to close out the session. To hit Control Alt or whatever you need to do to bring up this overlay, and hit that little power button there, and then close out the session properly. So please do that as well. So now that we've kind of covered some of that, covered some of the basis, like I said, we're playing within the game. Also, just as a little tidbit, there is a jump scare warning on Boosteroid. It is a inactivity session timer. And every time you have inactivity, it counts up to 8 minutes, and then it gives you a warning. So you can play the session games as long as you can play your games as long as you want, but you cannot sit for more than 10 minutes. So at the 8-minute mark, it warns you that you have 2 minutes left before it closes out the session automatically. And if it does close out the session automatically, you will lose save data. So if the save hasn't been synced, so make sure that you don't sit around and let the game pause for too long. If you're thinking that you're going to be gone for a while on a game, just close out the session, or just exit the game, let it sync, close out the session, and then reopen a new one. It's not really that hard. It might be a few extra clicks. It might be a little annoying, sure, but just so that you do not lose that save data, because that's one of the big things. And there's nothing they can do about that. That's just how Steam and Epic work with those cloud saves. And they don't have Boosteroid doesn't have access to your personal files as well, so that's why they can't just pull your save data off your computer. That's not how it works. It's not how cloud gaming works. You can't just do that. So, and I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't allow it to do that either. They wouldn't be like, you're not getting access to my PC. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna click a few things here, just to let the session know that I'm still here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my mouse to the top of the screen again, which will pull up the tabs, and I'm going to click this tab, which is the main page of Boosteroid. So when you create a new session or you sign in, this is what you're greeted with, or create a new account, or you sign in, this is what you're greeted with. Creating an account with Boosteroid is completely free, and that way you are allowed to you're allowed to look at the games that they have and stuff like that. You're allowed to make a informed buying decision. They're not trying to trick you into buying something that ain't that great or whatever. But one of the main things is like I was talking about how internet is. Your internet connection is very, very important when it comes to cloud gaming. It takes way more internet to do cloud gaming than it takes to like stream a movie or a video or watch YouTube or anything like that. It takes way more internet because you're not only getting stuff streamed to you, you're also streaming your inputs to the computer that you're connected to. So um, when I'm in the game here with my mouse cursor, moving my mouse around, I am streaming my input of me moving my mouse around to a computer halfway across the planet, and then it's streaming the result of me moving my mouse around back to me within milliseconds. So that's basically how it works. It's pretty freaking crazy in my opinion. Um, but yeah, so that's why it takes way more internet. But me clicked into this tab. The music is being streamed to me, but that's about it. And the video, of course. But I'm not within that tab yet. So when you create a free account, like I said, creating an account is completely free. This is so you can make an informed buying decision. You can look at their games list under my games. That's where your games are going to be when you add them as well. So there's a few things you're going to notice about these games. One, you might notice there's an icon on all these games as well. So the free-to-play games, they've got the icon of the company that made them. But the license required games, those ones will either have the Steam or the Epic logo on them. So obviously these pertain to the platform that you own them on, which is either Steam or Epic, the game store or whatever. Obviously, I got the Forest on here. I own it on Steam. I've got ATS on here. I own it on Steam. I own all my games on Steam. Fortnite's just over here because these are the free. They put some free games in your library. I think you can remove these if you like. But yeah, so they have a huge library. You can click this little library key here. This will pull up all the games. So the games that are brand new, they will say new on them. They just added a whole bunch of games as well. And they've been adding games every week, so as well. So any game that you might want to play. So huge list of games. They even got some demos on here as well. So these are all the games. The free games is all the ones you can play without having to own it, obviously, because it's free. But yeah, the other thing you are going to notice when looking at these games list is you're going to say there's two different versions of games here as well. You've got the free version of the game, or the free game with the free game itself, and then you've got license required games. So the games that say free, you still need to own, or you still need to have a subscription to Boosteroid in order to play those on the platform. As well as the license required games, you need to own the game in order to play it on the Boosteroid service. So if the reason the games are here is to show you what games they support on their service. So yeah, if I wanted to play Baldur's Gate 3, I'd have to own it, which I don't. So, but I'd have to own it in order to play it. And you're probably wondering, well, why is that? Why do I have to play? Why do I have to pay to play my games, or what do I have to pay to play these free games on the service? Is because you're still using their servers and their hardware in order to play that game. Like if I go to play Genshin Impact or Counter-Strike 2 or Dota 2, Rocket League, Fall Guys, all these games that are free, I'm still connecting to a computer, even if I'm on my own computer. I'm still connecting to a computer in order to play that game. So I'm still using the service in order to play it, even though it is free. So that's why you still have to pay. You still have to have a subscription in order to play that game. Yes, those games are free, but they're only free on a PC. So if you were on a PC, you could just get the game, for free and just install it. And also this other thing too is installation for, I'd say probably 95 to 98% of the games on here are not required. You don't have to install them on your phone or anything like that. That's not how it works. It is streamed. So there is that. Also, there is a Fanatical shop. So Fanatical is just a store where you can buy game keys. Sometimes they'll have sales and stuff that Steam and Epic don't. But yeah, when you go to buy a game off of Fanatical, Fanatical is an actual game store, um, just like Steam or Epic. You buy a Steam key or an Epic key, and there's some how-tos right here on how to activate those keys on Steam or Epic, which is just fine. As well, just in case you were wondering about that. So let's go back over here just real quick. I don't want to get jump scared again. I got jump scared last time. Oh, every time that pops up, it's supposed to be loud and jump scary. That inactivity timer, just to make you pay attention. So that's one of the things you can look at as well. Also, when I would recommend when creating an account before you buy anything, I believe, is there's this network test up here in the top right, which will be right next to your username. You can go ahead and click that. This is powered by Ookla, I believe. So basically what this does is it tests your internet connection versus their servers to see how your session's going to go. So this basically gives you the tool you need in order to see if you can even stream a game. Now mine says meh, but that's only because of the latency. It says I have a weak connection, but it's just because of the latency, and I'll tell you why that says that. So I've got 91 megabits of download speed. This is from your ISP. This is whatever the speed's going to be. Mine's 91. It's supposed to be 105, but when I'm streaming and stuff, obviously that goes down a little bit. So that's what it's testing at right now. They recommend more than 25 megabits per second on speed. They also recommend that you do Ethernet connection when available. If you can do Ethernet connection, please do that, because that is a more stable connection than Wi-Fi. But if you have to use Wi-Fi, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but if you have to use Wi-Fi, we'll talk about that. I don't know where I was going. So here is the latency. So this is why my connection is meh, is because the latency, this is in milliseconds, by the way. So they recommend less than 20 milliseconds of latency connection. So basically latency, if you don't know what it is, it's input between your controls and the screen, and then the screen back to you, obviously, because it's streaming and stuff like that. And mine's at 52 milliseconds, so it's usually about 40 to 50. It's a little bit high today, apparently. That's probably why I'm getting lag spikes over on here. We saw that, or we heard that skipping music there. It's just the latency is a little bit bad. Now, the reason they recommend less than 20 milliseconds, this right here, I'm never going to notice. When I'm playing a normal game, I'm not going to notice really the input at all. If I do at all, it's very minor. Just a little bit of lag between my inputs and what's happening on screen. But it is 52 milliseconds less than seconds, so obviously I'm not going to really notice it. But the reason they recommend less than 20 is because of competitive multiplayer, where milliseconds do count. Where you have to have pinpoint perfect precision between your inputs and what happens on screen. It's got to be as fast as possible, that kind of stuff. So that's why they rate the connection meh, is because of my latency. Now me, I don't play competitive multiplayer games, so I don't really care. That's just how it goes. But yeah, if you are having some connection issues, they do have some connection tips down here. And they say try to use a cabled connection with Ethernet instead of Wi-Fi, and if possible, or switch to a 5 gigahertz router. So obviously, if you're on your phone, you're going to be connected to a tower, to a satellite anyway. But if you are using internet connection with any device that has Wi-Fi, you can only use the 5 gigahertz router that says right here. You can't really see that when I highlight it, but yeah, it says 5 gigahertz router. The reason is because the 2.4 gigahertz router, which is the other option, is not strong enough. It's not strong enough to do cloud gaming. It'll be strong enough for streaming and stuff, for streaming videos and watching YouTube and Netflix and all that stuff, but it's not strong enough for cloud gaming. You need a 5 gigahertz router. That is one thing they adamantly say, is you need a 5 gigahertz router. If not, you're not going to be able to. It's going to be a horrible time for you. And obviously, the worse connection your connection is with megabits and latency, the higher this number and the lower this number, obviously the more connection problems you're going to have, because like I said, it does take a lot of internet in order to stream a game, because you're not only getting information sent to your device, you're also sending information from your device to another device, which is then sending that information back to you. So there is a lot that goes into that. And like I said, so let's go ahead and head back home. So let's say, you know, that your internet connection's good, and you got some games you want to play, and you want to add some games to the list, but you're not really sure. You don't want to sit here and scroll through the library and scroll and scroll and scroll to find your games. The other thing you can do to add games to your library is you can click this little search icon up here in the top, and you can click on this. Now, there's one other thing to kind of warn you about, little heads up, is if you come across this, I'm going to type in Snow because it's SnowRunner. I know there's two versions. There's a Steam version and there's an Epic version of SnowRunner. A lot of games are on both platforms. So if you ever run into this, make sure you add the game that you own. So I own the Steam version. I click the little plus icon, which then adds it to my library over here. So there's SnowRunner right there. When I click this play button right here, it's going to take me to the Steam login. And if you're playing an Epic game, an Epic version game, when you click that play button, it's going to take you to the Epic version of the login for that platform. So that way you can sign in, and then it's going to check your games list of what games you have, what games you own on that platform, and then you click the play. So if I go to play, if I play Raft, for instance, when I log in, it's going to automatically launch that game for me. So that's how that works. So make sure that you add the game and you're playing the game that you own. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to play it, obviously. So that's why they say license required, like I said. And on that note as well, when it comes to the saves and stuff, and them not having access to your personal data on your computer, like your saves and files and stuff, third-party software is also not allowed on Boosteroid. You're not allowed to use third-party software to run mods, and you're not allowed to have mods, essentially. So mods are not allowed. They want you to play the game as intended by the developers themselves. So, like I said, they don't have access to your personal files, so they cannot load your mods up. A lot of games, like Satisfactory, for instance, has a third-party software called Satisfactory Mod Manager, where all my mods are. When I go to play Satisfactory, all those mods are in that launcher, and they all get loaded up with the game. I can't do that with Boosteroid because they don't have access to those personal files. So I can't load up my mods and stuff like that. But on that same coin, if the game has like Steam Workshop availability, and you have Steam Workshop mods, that might work, and I believe you can do that as well. Or with games like SnowRunner has a built-in mod manager which works off of mod.io, which is a website. So SnowRunner has that built-in mod manager. You can just re-download your mods and play your game, because that is intended by the developers. That's why that's allowed. Stuff like that, like SnowRunner. I think Raft has Steam Workshop availability. I'm not really sure, but yeah. So that's the only case where mods would be allowed. The other thing one other quick thing to warn about before we continue is Dyson Sphere Program. There are games like Dyson Sphere Program that do not have cloud saves available. This is the fault of the developer of the game, not a fault of the developers of Boosteroid. Dyson Sphere Program, the developers of that game have not enabled cloud saves on their game. They don't have that availability. So if I go to play Dyson Sphere Program, I'm not going to be able to play any of my saves that I have on Dyson Sphere Program. I'm going to have to start over because there is no cloud saves for that game. So, and on that same coin, if I do start a brand new game and I play Dyson Sphere Program for a little while, and then I close out that game session, there goes all my save data. All my work that I had just put into that session, it's gone. So because there is no cloud saves, so that's how that works. So if there's a game on here that you know that does not have cloud saves enabled, that is something to be aware of. But most of the games on Steam have cloud saves. I would say probably 99% of them do. As many games are on Steam, probably 99% of them have cloud saves enabled. So that's just something to be aware of. You can run into situations like that as well. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. Let's go ahead and go into pricing real quick. Okay, so here we are with the pricing. Before I go into it, if you do happen to have a discount code for Boosteroid, make sure you enter it here down in the bottom underneath this. You enter it and then you click that apply button. And the reason that you want to click that apply button is because it applies it to one or both of these before you go and purchase anything or before you add it to your cart. However, make sure that you apply that discount code first, because it's not like others where you apply the discount code after you've already put it in your cart and was getting ready to buy it. This one works differently, where you apply the code first and then you go and buy it. So that's how that works. It'll apply it to either one or both of these. If you are just starting out and you don't really know, you're not really sure what to expect. You tested your internet connection, it seems good. You've looked at your games, it seems good. You got some games you want to play on the service, stuff like that. I would start out with the month. This one's a month, this one's a year. I would start out with the month one, just in case. Just in case you end up not liking the service for whatever reason. It's not really, that much. You're not tied into that much, and you can just let the month end and be done with it, right? But again, also, if you are just starting out, I would definitely start with a month. And if you end up liking it and you want more, it's actually cheaper to purchase the year. So this one's the start, 99 euros a month. This just turns out to be about 10.75 US and probably similar around pounds as well, is what it roughly translates to. Yeah, so it's about $10.75 a month, 9.89 euros there. And these are one-time payments as well. So you pay for the month and then you pay for the next month and pay, stuff like that. So this one says $7.49 per month, but what this is a year payment. So if you buy this, you get a whole year. So you're not so basically the reason this says $7.49 is because if you were to buy 12 months at 9.89 euros, you'd be paying more than if you were to just buy this. This one is you get a discount per month, but you pay the one-time payment of a year, which is 89 euros a month. It's just under $100 if you want to purchase that. But that's the only difference between these two. Is this one's a month, this one's a year. Obviously, that's the only difference. There is no other difference between these two. No matter which one you purchase, you're still going to get unlimited play session times. They do not have limits on sessions. You can play your games as long as you want. Play them for 5 minutes. Play them for 5 hours. Whatever you want to do. There is no limits. There's also no limits on graphic settings. Set your graphics to the highest possible graphics possible if you want. There is no limits on that either. So, and like I said, both of these are exactly the same in that aspect. So, yeah, just whatever you want to do. And if you're wondering why this one isn't like competition, where this one doesn't have a free option like some of the competition does, the reason that is because Boosteroid buys all their equipment. All the other competition, they rent stuff. The competition rents. They rent their computers that you use. They rent their servers around the globe for people to connect to. They rent all that stuff, so they have to pay way less in maintenance costs and all that stuff. Boosteroid wants to own everything. They want to own all their computers that you play on. They want to own all the servers you connect to, in which they do. They have millions and millions of dollars in assets, reportedly. Yeah, they own all the servers that are in the U.S. They own all the servers that are wherever else you're connecting to. They own all that. They own all the top-of-the-line gaming computer hardware and stuff like that. They pride themselves on that, so that's why there isn't a free option. It's just not in the cards. Maybe available, maybe sometime in the future. That may change, but that is the current thing right now. Also, the current thing right now that is going to change very, very soon is the quality of the stream. So right now, the current quality of the stream is 1080p, 60 FPS, which is the standard HD that you would get with most TVs. Actually, I don't even know if that's true anymore. But yeah, so it's a 1080p 60 FPS is the current quality of the game that you are playing. So just be aware of that as well. But very, very soon they're going to have way higher qualities of streams. They're still working on it. Boosteroid is still relatively new to the gaming. They've been around for a few years, but they're still relatively new to the gaming scene. So they're still working out their entire system. They just did a deal with Microsoft where they have Microsoft games not too long ago and stuff like that. So yeah, you can kind of forgive them. They're still working out their system. Okay, let's say all that looks good, but let's say you're having some troubles. You're having some troubles with your game. You're having troubles either keeping it connected, like it keeps dropping, or you're having troubles with your account, anything like that. Or you have some questions, any kind of things like that. There's a few different avenues you can take to get help, to get them questions answered, and we're going to cover that now. One of the first ones is this little question mark up here, which is the Help Center. This will open a new tab, which you can close out even if you're playing a session. So the only tab they don't want you to close is the actual session. But yeah. So here's their main help center. You can type your questions up here, and it might link you to a few different articles to try and get you some help there. So that's a really fast avenue. You might get your questions answered just by doing a little bit of reading. But if you're not really into that, or you're not getting your questions answered, there's a few other paths you can take. If you have a subscription, there is the chat service down here in the bottom right, which is on every tab except for the games tab. You can click that down at the bottom right, follow the on-screen instructions, and you might be able to get your help through that way as well. If you don't want to do that, or you're not getting your help through there, there is one more avenue, and that is Discord. They do have a Discord channel that you can join. I actually don't know if it's up here. Let's see. No, they don't have it on here anymore. But yeah, there is a Discord channel that you can join, and they do have articles and stuff you can go through there. There is also the developers are sometimes on there as well. You can get your help through that. So just follow their Discord channel rules, and you'll be fine. But yeah, that's another avenue of help. So that's you can get your help through any of those 3 different things. There's also going to be a link down in the pinned comment down below this video. If you are having some issues, you can get some help through that as well. So anyway, now that we've pretty much covered everything, let's go ahead and get into our game. Every time I learn something new about Boosteroid and then I add it to this, it always takes me longer and longer each time. Let's go ahead and load our world. Yes. But yeah, and just so you know, I'm not paid to say anything. I'm paying. I'm saying I'm not paid to say. I'm not paid to say anything. They say, here, can you cover this, this, and this, which is certain different topics. But other than that, say what you want, be honest, that kind of thing, which I really appreciate. And I'm not locked into a contract. I'm not paying them. They're not paying me. Anything like that. So that's pretty darn cool of them to do. And plus, for a channel that's small as mine, supporting that really awesome. And they support me by allowing me to post my videos on their Discord channel. So, and obviously being able to use the service, which is really nice. Really freaking cool. And the only thing, like I said, the only thing they ask of me is to do a gameplay video once a week, which is what the Raft series has been for the past 30 episodes, 31 episodes now. This is episode 31. So yeah, if you're just joining us on this series, this is my massive boat that I've been using to travel the seas. We have yet to play the story, any of the story elements. We just been taking over these islands. Last time we also did do the underwater and the above section of this island, and we got plenty of stuff. And we built another row of floor onto our raft. This is the main deck up here. These poles are just supporting it. Once this is all covered, underneath here is just going to be like storage and things, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. But yeah, once we get to the front of the boat, we'll work on the main deck, or the navigation deck, I guess you could say. The navigation post up top in the back there, at the back of the ship. And once that navigation section gets built and we start working on rooms and stuff over there, then we'll start doing the story, because then I'll be able to have a place to put the radar and the 3 antennas and stuff. And then we can start navigating. But this is my single sail, by the way. Massive sail compared to the boat. I don't even use it. I just let the ocean carry me. So good. I love this game. I love this game because it's super chill and stuff like that. So very, very nice. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop in. We're going to go ahead and weigh anchor here and get moving. I don't think there's anything I was going to run into. We'll check up top. I got all my smelters. Got my 10 smelters last episode too. We wasted a lot of scrap on that. Bye, island. Bye. Anyway, so yeah, we're just going to sail the sea, set an open course, and we're just gonna go. So yeah, yeah, there's some stuff for me to do. I'm gonna do some smelting and do some collecting, obviously, of the oceans stuff here. We've got wood, we've got plastic, we've got palm leaves, we've got barrels and boxes to collect and stuff like that randomly. So yeah, I'm just gonna collect some resources and do some smelting and whatnot, and we'll be back with you shortly. So onwards towards adventure. Looks like we've got another big island on the horizon as the sun sets here. Yeah, there's something over there. Definitely. I guess we'll paddle a little closer to it. Because you know, I can just paddle in the middle of my foundations. It's fine. Okay, just as long as we don't run into it, we'll be good. We'll be good. I might need to be on the other side. I don't know which one this is. Guess we have to get a little closer. Yeah, I think we have to be... I'm trying to remember which one this is. Actually don't know. And it's getting dark. Cool thing about this game though is you can go to sleep and your boat will freeze in the ocean for the night. it won't move. So you can sleep without worrying. Now let's go to bed. Gotta empty those collection nets out too. Once we figure this out. Can't exactly go backwards with our current setup. So we just have to pick a side. Yeah, it looks like we want to be on the other side. So we're going to go ahead and go up to the upper floor here. Ooh. Drowning in my own boat. That means probably even wanted to go back just a little bit. Yeah. So basically I just use my sail to kind of strafe side to side. Cool thing is since it's pointing slightly backwards as well, the boat's not moving forwards at all. Yeah. That's the side we want to be on. So we're just going to use our sail to hopefully strafe enough. I even might help paddle backwards a little bit. We'll just use this paddle till it breaks. This one's about broken anyway. Oh, I see the shadow of the palm trees and the island. Just hoping we don't hit the island. Shadow of berries and things. Okay, we got really close to that one. I did not want to hit that island. Just mainly because I don't want to have to try to figure out how I'm going to rotate my boat. Looks like we're doing pretty good though. We paddled backwards a little bit, got it away from the island. So if it does go forward a little bit, it's fine. Palm trees are nearly grown. The ones on my boat. I've got palm trees growing over there. Now we need to clear this side here in order to be able to go forward. So if I remember, this is the one with the inlet, yeah. This is the one with the big old inlet that we do not want to get into because we won't be able to get out of it. Because like I said, I haven't done the story yet, so I don't have any of the cool bits. I don't have any of the cool bits of the stuff. Alright, we can go forward a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and rotate this. I like how this one sail is controlling this entire boat. I can't see the other end of the island, so we might raise the sail for a minute. Just so the boat just goes straight. Because right now, I mean, my boat's not perfectly straight with the ocean current, but it's close. And I do not want to have to correct that, so I need to be very, very careful. Also, my boat sinks. Yeah. If you're wondering why the water is going through the boat, it's just because the waves don't know your boat exists. Your boat, it basically pivots off of a single foundation piece based on the ocean, based on the wave's height. So the bigger your raft, or the bigger your boat in this case, this is just a really big raft essentially. But yeah, the bigger that is, the more your boat is going to go into the water. Not because it's heavier and it's bigger necessarily. It doesn't work that way. It's just because of that single pivot point on the actual raft itself. Because it only has one single pivot point, the waves will just carry on through it, as you can clearly see. So yeah, the waves just carry on through it. The waves don't know the boat exists currently. Oh, we need to hit our sail again. Quickly now. Pull us away from that island. And we were about to run into it up front there. We also want to get away from, I know there's a shallow portion. Yeah, we want to get away from this too. Because also the big part of your boat, or the bigger your raft is, the more susceptible it is. Okay, we can, it fell off. Uh-oh, that's not good. I think we'll have to paddle backwards a little bit. Yeah. Let's drop anchor. We should be good here. If not, we went a little far, but that's okay. Yeah, we went a little bit far away. Yeah. We want our corner of our boat to be right there, so let's go ahead and rotate this a little bit. So, a little bit backwards, per se. Well, let's go ahead and raise that. And we'll go ahead and weigh anchor. hurry up, get back up there, so we don't run into the island. We got a decent distance before we run into it, but just a little further. Little further. Okay. Gotta raise it. Now we can just go straight forward. I want to get my corner of the back corner of my boat right about here, so we'll stand at the corner. So I better drink just a little bit of water so I can run back. Okay. Or so I can run and drop anchor. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I was stuck on the thing. And drop that anchor. Yeah, probably a little further than I wanted. That's good. It's good. So we can get onto the island right there. Not too bad. Oh, there, bird. I'm gonna take your feathers. Let you lead me. So that's how you get feathers. That's one of the ways to get feathers in the game, is to make a little bird's nest. Let's see. Should be able to put some feathers there. Yeah, I've been smelting down vine goo, so that I can make myself some more scuba gear. And now that we found another big island to conquer, get all the resources from, it's very good. Let's get this smelting. Okay, and I'll put this seaweed up. So there we go, nice and sorted. Okay, we'll put the wood up as well for right now. I have a lot of chests. Yeah, it's very disorganized down here because the boat is still under construction, so everything's just kind of everywhere. Let's finish drinking our bottle of water here. And then, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Use the cup to refill. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That way I can continue to make clean water for us from the ocean water. Because you can't just drink ocean water. We're going to go ahead and put up our cup and our bottle. We're also going to put this up. We're going to put up our scrap hook and our building hammer. And our pedal did break, so we do have a new one in here. Very nice, very nice. Okay. And we've got, so spears and axes, that's what we mainly need. Oh, and another shovel. And a shovel. Shovel's looking pretty good. We'll keep that shovel on us. Let's get some food in us. Some delicious cooked fish. That it's so funny. My friend cooked a whole bunch of fish that time, and I'm still eating it. all these days later, like literally, there's been weeks and weeks and weeks passed in this game since he's been on, and yeah, I'm still eating the stuff that he cooked. Holy crap! I've been going through it, man, just very slowly, which is good. I'm glad stuff doesn't get rotten either. Let's not give the dev ideas, right? So yeah, we have no scuba gear. I might spend the day here on the boat making scuba gear because I've been making a bunch of it. Let's grab some wood. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll spend the day because we got a sort inventory that the day's half gone anyway, so I don't want to be searching the top of the island in the dark. So I'm just gonna keep. Okay. So I won't smelt anything for a while, but just smelting down that vine goo, that's what we need. Okay, so in order to make oxygen bottles, we need bottles of water. How many do I want to make? I don't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 10. So we need 10 bottles of water. Or 10 bottles, not bottles of water, just bottles. 10 bottles, which is going to be plastic and vine goo. All of our vine goo. I'm going to take all of our seaweed as well because we're going to need that as well. What else does an empty bottle need? Is that food? Just vine goo and plastic, okay. So yeah, we want 10 bottles. Six. Oh, we're out of plastic. I should have 10 bottles now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, yeah. Put up that plastic real quick. I'm gonna put we have like a. I'll just put the bottles in here for the moment, so I can collect the rest of the materials. Yeah, because we're gonna need more plastic for our oxygen bottles anyway. So we need vine goo, which we have. We have all of our vine goo that we've made. Plus we need rope. Okay, so rope. That's hopefully it should be enough rope. Like I said, it is getting dark, so. Okay, so now we want to craft 10 of these if we can afford to do it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we need to smelt more vine goo. Well, we made 7, 3 more. And then, yeah, like this. So yeah, we just need to make 3 more. We just need to smelt down some more seaweed, which is good. Yeah, plenty of it. We've been just organizing and collecting. My boat is sinking. No, you can't breathe underwater. Just to make sure. None of these needed wood, right? Spamming E. Okay. Let's go to bed. Okay. So all that is now done. I'm gonna smell some more. So I'm probably gonna need it. I'm so glad for these 10 smelters. You would not believe that you would not believe the amount of smelting I had done on those 3 smelters and how long it took to get anywhere with any kind of smelting. Now that we got 10 smelters, we smelt like a boss now. Smelting like crazy. Been really good. Okay. Yeah, that stuff goes pretty fast too. Do I have all my seaweed on me? I think I do. Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna smelt any more seaweed then. I'm just gonna fill these back up with wood. Yeah, the vine goo goes pretty fast. It smelts really quickly. Doesn't take much to turn it into like a glue paste. That's basically what it is. Oh, jeez. Can't see. Okay, so then 1, 2, 3. Alright, sweet. We had just enough. Yep. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so now we want to make flippers, which is also vine goo. So we're going to need vine goo. So 5 times 10, we're going to need 50 vine goo, which we can make. We got more than enough. And then 60, 20, 40, 60, 20, 40, 56. Yeah, we got just enough. Sweet. Alright, let's smelt some more vine goo then. Got just enough to do all this. I might make a couple extras for this excursion. We shall see. Anyway, so let's put up this stuff in our inventory real quick. Just real quick, like, let's put up this wood and this rope. Because we're going to empty the collection nets. This is all the stuff I collected over the last day. So it takes a day to fill these things, almost completely. But yeah, we've been getting a lot. Been very nice. Nice. Now look at all the stuff we have. Okay, so that's a nice little pro tip right there. If you have the tier 1 collection nets, it'll work with tier 2 as well. The better ones. But if you have a tier 1 collection net and it keeps filling up and you can't you're tired of just emptying it every like 5 to 10 minutes, however quickly it fills. That's just a number I pulled out of my butt. But if you'd like to leave it longer, what you can do is put another collection behind it, and once this one gets full, they can hold 10 items max. Once this one gets full of 10 items, it will then float past this one, and then it'll collect in the one behind it, and you can have rows of collection nets if you like, to be able to do stuff like that. So, yeah, just a little tidbit. Also, we are full on rocks, so I guess we'll just throw them out here. Just throw them back into the sea. These are just rocks. So it's not like I'm polluting or anything. Bye. It's over that cardboard box. I pack them in a nice, neat little cardboard box, and then I throw it out. That is funny. All right, we got 6 scrap as well. Scrap has been kind of the crux of our entire build for a long time. We should collect enough on this go around though to do a couple more rows of flooring. Because you need scrap to make nails, and you don't get very many nails. Ugh. It is expensive to do what I'm doing with my boat, so very expensive. Plastic, and then leaves. Literally, these 2 rows. Look how much I've collected of leaves. leaves for days. And the reason I'm saving the leaves is because you can actually make walls out of leaves as well. And if I want to do something with that, I can do that, very easily, and I can make a bunch of them. Okay. Yeah, and then this row is all plastic. Collected tons and tons of plastic. And then we've got all the iron and the scrap, and we've got copper. And you got the vine goo, the explosive goo, kind of just the odds and ends stuff. And then this one's dirt and glass, and then this one's sand and clay, and then this one's all supposed to be for wood. But I've been low on wood for a while now, but I've also not been able to build very much either. So I've just kind of been just messing around with that. Oop, I don't want that one. That way. How much vine goo did we need? So that's gonna be 18. Need something like 50, didn't we? Oh, I don't have any wood. Hold on. Yeah, I need wood to put back in those. There we go. That stuff does go pretty darn fast, so no big deal. Got 18 vine goo there. Yeah, because it takes 5 vine goo to make a set of flippers, and we want to make 10 sets of flippers, so we need 50 vine goo, which is 2.5 stacks of seaweed. So because it's a 1-to-1 ratio. which is pretty good. Alright, these are going. These ones do go fast. I do like that. Alright, sweet. It takes 4 planks of wood to fill these, but once they're full, if you keep on top of it, you can mitigate, min-max your wood usage a little bit. Okay, so that's another 10 vine goo. Onto that. So we've got 20. 28. If we smelt 2 vine goo, real quick, after these are done, we smelt 2 more vine goo, then we can get that up to 30. Okay, get that up to 30. There we go. So we need 20 more, so 2 more stacks. And then we also need some more wood. Good thing I got all that wood. We'll wait for these to be done. Then we'll get another round. Oh, we need 2 more pieces of wood as well. Forgot about that. Oh. What happened there? Oh yeah, so this was a little bit different than 7 days. Okay. That's fine. And so none of these needed wood, huh? That's alright. I got another 20 stack. Okay. There's 40, so we need 10 more. Okay, so no more vine goo is going to be smelted then, because we got 10 on the fire right now. And then, yeah, we needed 60. 60 seaweeds. So. And then we need 40 rope and 60 plastic. So let's grab that. That's being crafted. When I say 40 rope, so 40 rope, and then let's go fill these again. These are done. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. Some rope. We got some rope. We need plastic, so 60 plastic. 3 stacks. Okay, then we need all of our vine goo and this amount of seaweed. Okay, so we got 40, 50, 60, and 60. All right. So I'm just gonna hold down my auto clicker here. 10 flippers. So we got 5 there and 5 on the hotbar. All right. Very nice, very nice, very nice. So that's 10 sets of scuba gear for later. That's what I really wanted to get working on. So I need to make some more. I want to make 2 more. So we need 2 more bottles, and so we need 12. I don't think we have enough seaweed. We could probably make 1 set, but we don't have enough seaweed to make another set. Also, we're out of vine goo too. Yeah, we don't have enough to make any, so I guess we'll just have to start using them. Anyway. Yeah, we got a bottle here. This is a friend's bottle. I'm not exactly sure whose this is, but they've left it. A shovel, and they're building hammer. Oh, yeah, that might be the one friend that did the old jobby on all the food. I'm just gonna wait till dark here. We'll go to sleep. We'll wake up. We'll eat, and then we'll take over this island. On the top side anyway. And then we'll probably do the underside as well. Just waiting for dark. Otherwise, you just lay like this. Gotta wait for It's too bright out. Go to bed, son. I wanna sleep. I wonder where our nail clippers are. How are we keeping our fingernails like this? Did we just have a pair of fingernail clippers on us? Very manicured fingernails there. Okay, and there we are. Yeah, we're thirsty. We're hungry. We're everything. Let's grab our water. 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Splash. There. Let that go. So we can put that back. Next, we don't need it. We do need our bow, and we do need our arrows as well. I almost forgot about that. Imagine we taken over the island without that. Like, whoops. Alright, we're ready to take on this island. Let's go. Yeah, because we got everything else done that we wanted to get done. Like, I could go around and collect all this other crap, but I'm not gonna right now anyway. Most of it I don't need. Actually, a lot of it. Oh yeah, this is the very first big island we came across. Hello there. So this is what the spears are for. This is for this boar. And if you want to fight this boar, what you can do is hop up the cliffside, and he can't climb up this. So and we just go down to poke him. That way he doesn't do damage to us. It's a little bit cheesy, but these things you can't hardly avoid their attacks. You just take damage. You gotta what do they call it? Out DPS. Gotta out DPS the hog. I don't know. I know that's damage per second or whatever. Yeah, like I said, just gotta out damage it. And we've got some raw meat, some leather, and a warthog head. Sweet. Oh, this wasn't like this before. Did they do an update? I don't remember these extra rocks kind of in this area. I will take that crate, though. Very nice. So these are the traders. I don't know how they work yet. Some of the stuff in this game is kind of new to me. Even though I've got many, many hours on this game has gone through many updates since I've last seen it. So I'm kind of just meh on it. I'm just chopping down that lonely tree there. I'm going to leave most of the trees up. I can't chop these down, unfortunately. Can't. It's not available. I don't have my hook, but we need to come in here and grab our stuff. Or grab the stuff out of there. So the other place I'm looking for is a place to use my shovel, which is just over here. Hopefully there's not 2 hogs. Sometimes you'll get 2 hogs. Most of the time it's just 1, though. So go right on in here. This is the cave. We'll dig up this dirt here. Which we'll get some dirt. We'll also possibly get some like scrap and stuff, so definitely want to dig all that up. Okay, that's the end of this part of the cave. There's one more layer to this one. Don't worry about the bird up there trying to drop rocks on your head. Don't worry about him. We'll take him out in a minute. Just want to do the cave. Get some mushrooms. Mushrooms are good for food. Good for recipes. And that is it, I believe. Yeah. And there might be one more little piece of dirt or something up this way. Yeah. A piece of dirt up that way. Yeah, there was no crate, unfortunately. Sometimes there's a crate in these, sometimes not. So, just kind of random. Okay, so now that we've taken apart, or taken it on the little cave, we're going to go up here and we're going to fight this bird that's attacking us. That one right there. Got him, even though I couldn't see him. Come on, bird. Oh, you're going way over there to go get a rock to drop on my head. So that's what they do, is they grab rocks and then they drop them on your head to damage you. So you just got to be ready with the bow and ready to move once it gets close enough to drop the rock. Coming up somewhere along here. Oh, no, over there. You're not dropping the rock on my head. Stupid bird. Yeah, it's just because the bird is bigger than us, it thinks it can kill us and eat us for dinner. We're not going to let that happen, though. I'm using iron arrows, by the way, and it takes this many hits with the iron arrows. I don't know if I can hit you from over there. Nope, too short. Like one or two more arrows should do. Take this thing down. Oh, we might be able to take it down over here. Too high, I think. There we go. Got him. Okay. Off into the water he goes. Splash. There's all my arrows in him. Like it's a very kind of cute-ish game, so it's not gonna be perfect. I'll take those berries. Okay, so now we're gonna climb to the top of the mountain and possibly get another crate and chop down the trees up there, and then we're gonna come back, drop off our inventory, get the rest of the trees, and then we'll go underwater and get all the resources that are under the water. Lots and lots of stuff to do on these big islands. You get lots of resources to it if you want to take the time. If you take the time to collect the resources on these islands, it's on these big ones, it's so worth it. The little ones, I don't think it's worth it all that much. If at any, hey, we got a scrap hook. Very nice. So my inventory's getting full, so I might have to start dropping stuff here in a minute. Yeah, that's a coconut. Yeah, I'm not going to pick that coconut up. No. I have enough coconuts at home. Meanwhile, coconuts at home. Oh, I'm dropping other stuff now. So the mango, actually, we have that mango. Let me eat that. There. Okay. What else did I drop? Another coconut. Right. Just making sure I'm just dropping coconuts. Because that's all. Because I don't really care about the coconuts. Same with the palm leaves. I'm not going to do the palm leaves. I'm also not going to do those pineapples, because I got a million pineapple seeds. I can grow pineapple whenever I want. So yeah, I don't really care about that either. You can capture them animals if you like, as well. Yeah, I'm gonna drop this so I can pick up that mango. Palm leaf. And there goes my axe. This is why I have another one. When they get close to being dead, I have to. I think there's another, unless I grabbed it already. Nope. It's like, yeah, there's another mango tree. Right here. Mango seed. Take that mango seed. What's that? Palm leaf? Don't really care about palm leaves right now. Alright. So now we kind of done the top of the mountain. We're going to go ahead and head back. Drop off our inventory since it's full. And we'll come around and chop the rest of these trees down as well. There's our anchor. Way down there. We're anchored to the side of that cliffside there. Okay. So first to our heads box, which is just over here. This is all of the heads we've collected. So many animal heads. These are all. That's not all the animals I've killed. I have lost a few heads, or just threw them away or whatever when I didn't have the storage. So this isn't every single one of them, but it's most of them. I'd say about 90%. Now that I have a heads box, I can just collect. The reason I'm collecting these is because you can hang them on your wall. You can also wear them if you like. You can put them on your head. It's really strange, but sure. Okay. We didn't get any recipes, which all of our extra recipes are in here. And then it's all of our juicer recipes and all of our food recipes. We got mangoes, so those go in here. We didn't get any coconuts because I left them, which I don't really care about. So those little boxes that I dropped, all that stuff that I dropped is just going to disappear. So that's why I dropped it, because it'll disappear eventually. Okay. Do we have any... Let me see if I can grab that piece of wood that's floating through my boat. Piece of wood? I'll take that plank. Oh yeah, mushrooms are in here, so mushrooms. And then the raw meat. So the reason I don't have a lot of this cooked is because it goes into recipes, which is much better food than just cooking it and eating it. The recipes will give you way better stuff. Here's our berries. Okay, then we've got wood. Right in here. That can go in there. We got a bit of glass. So that can go in there, and then we've got a bit of metal. Lots of hinges I've been collecting. I haven't made those hinges, by the way. I just been collecting them from them boxes. The bolts too. Got some more scrap. Got some dirt and some feathers. So there's our feathers. So that's the other way to get feathers, is to get rid of the big bird. And then we have some leather. Where was I putting the leather? Right here. There's the leather. Okay. And then, yeah, scrap hook. Okay. Let's go to bed. Doing good, doing good. Scrap our water here. We can put up our bow and arrow for the moment. We'll be picking that up in a second. One, two, three. And 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, it's always full. Put up our bottled water stuff, and then little grab some food. Okay. So the game did give us a hook as well, which is nice. But so now that we got that, let's grab our bow and arrow here. Oh, we don't need our shovel anymore. We're done with that. Grab my other scrap hook. Scrap hook there. We do have one extra axe, so let's put that axe there. Take this one. And this spear is about to break, but that's okay. Wait for that to break first, and then we'll grab another. If we go to use it. Okay, so let's finish chopping down the trees on this island. That's all that's left. The main reason I'm chopping down the trees out here is not, I mean, I do need the wood, sure, but the main reason is the seeds. I need the palm seeds so that I can grow more palm trees on my boat, and then get even more wood, because I got a tree farm up there. Which, and the seed drop is crazy. It'll either be really good or really bad or in the middle, things like that. It's just, sometimes you'll chop down 10 trees and get a couple of seeds, and sometimes you'll chop down 10 trees and get, around 10 seeds, maybe 9, maybe 8, maybe 11. And then sometimes you'll chop down 10 trees and you'll get like 15 seeds. It's completely random. So I think every time you chop it, it does a roll of what it's going to give you. It's random wood, random leaves, random seeds, and random coconuts. It's all random. Like every time you chop the wood, you're basically rolling a dice you're rolling a dice on what you're going to get, and then you're rolling a dice on how much of that thing you're going to get. So it's just like, okay, well, you're going to get wood, okay, but you're going to get like one piece of wood, or you're going to get 2 pieces of wood, or you're going to get a seed, and then you're going to get 1 seed, or maybe you're going to get 2 seeds, things like that. It's just so random. And there was some trees up here on this little cliffside that we'll go for. I also chopped down these mango trees, mainly for the wood as well. Just chop down for the wood. They don't give much wood, but they give some. And every little bit helps in a game like this. Oh, some more berries. There's our boat. Out there floating in the island. Yeah. There's some more trees on this side too, isn't there? Or wasn't there? I don't know. Nope. Okay, so the only trees we missed then are the ones... Or did we not? Or have we gotten them all? Might have gotten them all? I think we got them all. Yeah, that looks like it. Yeah, because we got all the trees up there, so we're good. Alright. Looks like it. Let's go ahead and head back to the boat, and let's drop off our stuff, and then we'll get ready for the underwater section of this island. And while we're out there, I'll grab those barrels and things that are just hanging out there. Sometimes they give scrap, so that's why I'm willing to go out there and do that. Sweet. Also, here's our boat from above, by the way. Put away my axe for a second. Look at that. Look at that boat. It's a big old boat. Yeah. And as I said many, many times, this was supposed to be a container ship that I was building, because I wanted to build a container ship. But I screwed up the nose, and also it's not long enough, of course, not anywhere near long enough. I screwed up the nose. The nose is supposed to be very short, very short nose of the boat, and so I'm just going to turn it into a pirate ship instead, which I've done before. So, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. A little tip for if you're on a PC and you want to take screenshots: if you hold down the Windows key and then there's a print screen key on your keyboard, it's above the home and end, the insert, the delete, the page up, page down keys. Those are right above the arrow keys. So the top line right next to F12, you'll see print screen, or system. I think it's system requirement or something like that. So you hold down the Windows key, hit print screen. It'll go dark for a second, and that's basically you took a screenshot of the screen itself. So if you want to take screenshots and you want to keep them, but you're on a PC, you can do that. Or if you're on a phone, you press some certain buttons to take a screenshot that way. Anything, any way you want to do it, and then that'll save locally to your device rather than like when I hit F12 there, it's going to save that to whatever computer I'm connected to, but it's going to delete it. So, yeah. So I just use the basically the Windows screenshot to screenshot the screen, funnily enough, and that way I can do that for thumbnails. And if that ends up being the thumbnail, then you know where it came from. Sometimes I like to show where the thumbnails come from, because I always like to do thumbnails of. Oops, that's the wrong box. I always like to do thumbnails of the actual game, so that the thumbnail is not just a bait. you know, like it's flashy, sure, um, but it actually shows a picture of what happened within the episode, if anything did happen, or just of something that's actually in the episode. I like to do that. That's just my personal preference of screenshots. You can do screenshots however you like, but me personally, that's what I like to do. Okay, and then we got 2 palm seeds as well from that little excursion. Okay, so over in our personal chest here, like you see I've had a few different friends on here. This little bed right here, this is the first bed you get. This is my one friend's bed. That he was on here the very first time we loaded up the save, so that's why he still has this bed. The first time we played the save, when this was just a tiny little raft. So around his bed, I think it's like right around here is the center. I think it's right here is the center pivot point that's pivoting off the waves. So that's his bed. And then over here, this is Stu's bed from Stu's Gaming Obsessions. He was on here, I think, a couple times. And then we've got Etz or Etros, however you say it, his bed. She was on here a few times as well. So that's her bed, and then this is mine. And we might have another bed showing up here shortly. One of these days. One of these days. One of these days, Alice. Okay, so that's everything there. I'm going to put away my axes because we no longer need our axes for this point. We need spears, we need bow, and we need scrap hooks. So we got 2 scrap hooks because the game gave us one from that one box, which is nice. The scrap hooks are the best hook as far as I know. If there is a better hook, cool. Like I said, I've done most of the story before, but that was also before they added more story, so it's one of the things. Let's give ourselves a drink of water. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I don't know why I ate and drank. It's about to be dark here in a little bit. The sun is going down. Okay. So now that we've got all that, let's go ahead and grab... I usually like to grab 2 sets of scuba gear. That way I can just hot swap them in the water and don't have to come back if I don't want to. So we're going to do that. So the way you put the scuba gear on, or anything that's wearable that's got this little t-shirt icon, put that here. And now we have flippers. We can't see it, but if there was another player, they could see my flippers. So I got flippers on in an oxygen bottle, so it basically just makes us swim faster and being able to hold our breath. So the first thing we got to do is we got to deal with Bruce. This is the name of the shark. Come here, Bruce. Bruce. He can't hear me, but he's a shark. Come here, Bruce. So yeah. If you're ever in the water for too long, Bruce will come get you. You are his ultimate catch. But yeah, we gotta take care of him because there's a lot of resources around the boat. Oh, you missed. Oh, let's go for oxygen. Getting low. Freaking Bruce. If you can time it just right, you can spear him in the mouth, and he won't actually do any damage to you. His attack gets deflected, but it's a really hard thing to time. We're also getting low on health too. Yeah, so is he, though. He is also getting low on health. Oh, let's swim back up. Oh no. Oof. Very, very low on health. I got that a little too close. Holy crap. We won't be able to get back in the water until we gain some health. Because Bruce will come get us. Let's see where he's at. We can sneak back on the boat. Oof. Alright, let's go to sleep. Sleep! There we go, got our health back. Sleeping in a bed does give you health. I think these ones do. They give you a bit of health as well. Yeah, that one. That was very, very close. But yeah, the way you can tell Bruce's health is by the damage to his physical body. You'll see like deep cuts and stuff appear on him as he gets more and more damaged. So when he looks like he's been through a shredder, just about, that's when you know he's only a few hits away from retirement. Get a call it retirement. So we only got 2, didn't we? Just pour that out. Put that away. But yeah, we gotta take care of Bruce before we can go out, so they're not constantly being attacked by him. I don't know if Bruce heals over time either. Never really tested that. Alright, Bruce, I'm ready. I'm ready, Bruce. So basically, he's going to hang around your boat, and he will come get you whenever you're in the water. Near your boat. Oh, geez, you're fast. You're fast this morning, huh? Hey, we got him. So you see all the cuts and stuff. There we go. That's another one of Bruce's descendants. Also named Bruce. Okay. Alright, we can go ahead and go. So I'm going to keep my spear on me, of course. But now we can go ahead and try to collect the resources around the boat. So you got to be quick. Bruce will be back. He always comes back. You know, he's like a villain. he he always comes back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try my best to, as quick as I can, to collect the resources around the boat. Which obviously, as you can see now. That way, if I can get far enough away from the boat, if I can get all the stuff around the boat collected, all the resources and stuff, then the next time, or then when I go out and collect more resources, if it's far enough away, Bruce will never know. It's only within a radius of your raft is where he'll hang out. These are a little shallow right here. I'm just collecting everything. I'm not collecting those rocks. These little things right here, these little gray things, they're rocks. I don't want rocks. I don't want no rocks, no stinking rocks. Okay, now I'm just going to swim this cliffside to see if there's any ore hanging around. Any iron ore, copper ore. They spawn on the side of cliffsides like this. So nothing up here. This leads to the island. Let's grab some oxygen real quick. Might grab that barrel while we're out here as well. There we go. Okay, so that's the stuff around the backside of the boat. Oh, here's a couple iron ore we'll grab. Okay, some more iron ore. This is why you need the scuba gear, because these big islands, they run deep. They go deep. Oh, careful, there could be a pufferfish around here somewhere. They like to guard those algae. So I'll show you once well, we're gonna run into pufferfish definitely, but once we get to a pufferfish, I'll show you what I mean. And I'll show you how to take care of a pufferfish as well. There should be one around here somewhere. It's probably over there with them fish. But yeah, don't mistake scrap as some like mundane resource. You know, always collect it because you're gonna need it. Unless you don't intend on ever expanding your raft or making it a better raft or anything. If you just intend to leave it as it is. The nails are very, very annoying to get because it just takes up so much resource. Okay, so we've kind of just made a little circle here. Just trying to keep note of where we've been. So we should be over here. We should be far enough away from the boat that we won't get attacked by Bruce. But you never know. Just gonna keep collecting. Some more oxygen. Grab some more sand and clay. Just looking for a pufferfish. So yeah, gotta be careful of them pufferfish. They can damage you quite a bit. They'll if they explode, they turn into a cloud of toxic gas. Or toxic, I guess toxic gas in the water. I'm not really sure how that really works, but... I think we might be far enough away from Bruce to avoid his wrath. Oh, yeah, definitely a pufferfish around here. There's a structure. The pufferfish like to guard things. That's the way the devs intended it, so. Look at all these rocks. I got a big old box of rocks. Rocks are very annoying resource. Like they're not very useful at all. I got a whole box of them and I've yet to use them. Now, if you're using the tier 1 stuff, yeah, you're gonna need rocks, but for like the stone axe and the stone spear. But you definitely want to do iron as quickly as possible. Iron, iron axe, and iron spear. They're expensive to make, but they last so much longer and they do more damage if it's a weapon. Oh, they also do more damage as far as like the axe does damage to trees. So you collect the trees faster. Just trying to clear this little shelf right here before I head down that way. You see how deep this stuff is. This stuff can get quite deep. Bit of scrap. Can't collect that. Oh, here's some iron ore. Go ahead and collect that. And some harvestable seaweed. If you remember right, remember that we do need more of this. So collect all that. Okay, I think it's pufferfish time. We're going to go up and grab some air, and then we're going to take it out. I can kind of see it in the distance there. So, okay, so here's how you deal with a pufferfish. You deal with it bow and arrow. I know it sounds ridiculous, but the bow, the arrows work the same as if they're above the water. So this is how you take out a pufferfish, though. You see it right there? Charge up our bow. Okay, it's coming at us. It takes 3 iron arrows, by the way, to get rid of it. Yeah. And over he goes. Okay, there he goes. It takes 3 iron arrows to get rid of him. And then we collect the treasure. More bolts and hinges and things. Yeah, so that's how you take out a pufferfish. If you use the spear, you can do it with the spear, but it's very dangerous because the range of your spear, it could explode within that range. So as close as you got to get to it to use a spear, it's just better to use a bow. Oh, we're full. So those floated to the top. Okay, we're gonna have to go back to the boat, unfortunately, because we're full on resources. I want that copper though. Well, I guess I don't really need it, but it's okay. Yeah, it's because we picked up that barrel. We also picked up that box, which filled our inventory full of other stuff that isn't necessarily under the water. You missed, Bruce. It's because I got the flippers on. So, ow, you bastard. You had a little nip on me. Okay, so... No, we didn't collect any glass. Okay. So you can also collect this little square icon with the arrow like this. And it'll pull everything out of your inventory that's in the chest. And then you click the down arrow to sort. That's a nice little pro tip there. So like this piece of plastic here, gone. And it's now stacked into that. It'll automatically stack it and everything as well. So you can quickly do that. Same thing in 7 days. They've got the exact same type of deal there. It's very handy, very quickly to move objects. So yeah, if you want to keep things sorted and not accidentally put stuff other places, or you just want to quickly pull all the inventory for that particular box, and that's the way to do it. It's also getting dark. We may hang around the boat here. I'm also going to throw those rocks. So we get some algae. Oh, also got some vine goo. We must have picked up some vine goo out of that box there. Or out of that, yeah, out of that crate that we picked up. We got some leaves, some potatoes. Whoop, a little bit of lag there. Also, I accidentally put my mushrooms in the wrong spot. There we go. And then, yeah, some palm leaves going here. And then, oh yeah, so I've been putting the algae in here, these silver algae, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I will throw this rock overboard. Rocks overboard, drop them on Bruce's head. Boop. Okay, let's go to bed here. It's okay to do it in the dark too. Swim around in the dark. It's just hard to see. That's all. So I'm just like, man, I'll just wait until the day. No big deal. I got all the time in the world to take out all the resources under the water on this island. And if we collect enough, we can do a little bit of building this episode too. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, be aware with food and water, you can waste resources in this game. Food and water, because you can eat and drink as much as you like, and the bars will never get any more full. Once they're full, that's it. Then it's just waste past that point. So yeah, just be aware of that. So I can drink this entire water bottle, and this bar will never get any more full, and it won't excess. Like, let's say this is 100 and that each bottle is 25, each drink is 25. Once this gets to 100, I could drink this entire bottle, which is with that numbers, it's 125. I'm not going to have an extended bar or extra that I can't see. It doesn't work that way. So you're just stuck with it. With that system. So yeah, just be aware of that. Always have, like, I would say, tiers of food. Always have a food that does like half a bar, food that does like a quarter of a bar, food that doesn't really do very much, things like that. The water doesn't matter as much because the water is infinitely, like if you have one of these, the water is just infinitely, as long as it's full of salt water in the back here, these can hold up to 5 cups of water. So, and it's just, it's an infinite resource, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, let's head back out. I'm keeping the bow and arrow on me because there's going to be more pufferfish, so if I run into another pufferfish, then I have a way of defending myself. Let's hope Bruce doesn't follow me down here. Also, my oxygen bottle did run out, but I'm going to wait for my flippers to break before I put on another one. Because the flippers last a little bit longer than the oxygen tank does, so. Gonna take some damage here, probably. Swim up faster! Faster! Oof. Almost started to take damage. I took a little bit, I think. I'm gonna grab this little piece of iron that's taunting me. Yeah, or this little piece of scrap. there's another piece of algae. And some more iron ore. Okay. Yeah, because we don't have our oxygen bottle, we can't stay down to the water as long. Well, waves are picking up. Ocean's getting restless. There might be a storm on the way. There's some iron over there, it looks like. I don't really need the iron ore. I got tons of it, and I still got tons more to even more tons to smelt. Eventually. Oh, we can grab that crate, or that barrel. Back down we go. Let's grab this iron ore. There's even more. Let's go for the deeper stuff. Oh my gosh. It just goes. I forgot how much is on this one. There's always a lot. So yeah, what happens when you run out of air? You just start taking health damage. So however much oxygen you're actually not using, it takes down the health bar, as you can see there. Flippers are almost dead. We'll wait for them to break, and then we'll put on a full new scuba gear. This is probably like tier 1 scuba gear, so like I said, I haven't played all throughout the story or anything, so I don't know about the tiered stuff. Oh, and you heard that little noise, that little noise. That's our flippers gone. We'll put on a new set of flippers and a new oxygen tank, and let's go. Now we can spend way more time under the water without having to surface. Well, this seaweed. You can always tell because the stuff you can pick up is kind of glowing in this game when you're underwater. That stuff glows, so I can see all the seaweed, stuff like that. This stuff also glows too, this scrap. The scrap glows. Anything you can hit with the scrap hook will be glowing, but they're not glowing right now. They glow underwater, at night, underwater. Whatever. Shut up. English is hard, okay? It's my first and only language, and it's hard. Jeez. What the heck? Get more seaweed. We got some more seaweed to collect. I think there's a pufferfish guarding this entrance. Yeah, there he is. Okay. I was like, gotta look for him first. See where he's at. Collect the scrap. Seaweed. Back up a bit. I don't want him to see me just yet. So I grab some air. Okay. And the reason you want to get these guys is because they have explosive goo, which is useful for other stuff. Don't I? Look, it's a game, okay? I know actual pufferfish don't have explosive goo inside them. Yeah. This is a family. I would say, if I had to rate this game, I would say 13 and up, probably. Or maybe E for everyone. Around there, definitely, because this is it's a very nice looking art style. It's very cartoonish. It's, it's not violent really. Unless you want to count killing pufferfish and sharks. Violence. I mean, I guess, yeah. But, like I said, kids can play this game. Just fine. It's a very cartoonish style. I do like the art style. The art style is really good. They did a really good job making this game. As far as the art style and stuff goes. Now, as far as some of the mechanics, I will disagree with. Like, definitely playing this game, unless you want to eat every 5 minutes, and have a bottle of water every 5 minutes, I would stay on the easy difficulty. Yeah, but for some reason, the normal and up difficulties when it comes to food and water consumption is just insanely high. And I'm wondering if it's because of a balance issue. I'm wondering if they just they tinkered with it a little bit and they just didn't fix it. They never get around to fixing it because it's been like this for a long time. It's just irritating. So that's the reason I play on easies, because I don't want to sit there and have to eat and drink constantly. Like, as fast as my food and water goes down right now, normal is twice as fast, and hard is 3 times as fast, I think. Something like that. Or maybe hard is twice as fast as normal. Around there. I know it's insane. There goes one hook. Yeah, it's crazy insane. So it's just like, I don't really want to faff with that. This is not like a true survival game, Anyway, it's just a building slash salvaging, I guess, scrapping, whatever you want to call it. It's just kind of an interesting little game, for the family to play. Oh, that's where this goes. Okay, yeah. We got rid of the pufferfish that was guarding this entrance. So, very nice. And we cleared this shelf as well. And we cleared all that down there, so I guess this is the edge. And we're probably going to need another scuba suit after this as well to finish this island off. Is there another pufferfish, or... See that algae there? Gotta be careful. I don't see another pufferfish around here. Wait! I just saw him pop up out of the darkness. Or was that... I might have just seen some kind of... Maybe that was just an air bubble. Yeah, that was just an air bubble. It's fine. Okay, there's no more seaweed to collect here. Nope. Okay. That silver algae, I'm collecting it for a drink, I think. So far, it's one of my recipes. For a nice, delicious drink. So yeah, the recipes are definitely worth, a lot of them are worth following, because they will actually extend your food and water bar, depending on what it is, and make it even longer. Oh, drowning. It's like air. So this type of oxygen bottle, I'm like, is it like sealed up with like a hose, right? And then every time you run out of air, you've been breathing CO2 for a while, you just open up the bottle, let the CO2 out, and let it atmospherically fill back in with oxygen, and then go back down. That's the only way it would work. Look at all these redfish. Is that a crate? It is. I think that's a crate. Is that just a piece of plastic? No, it's just a piece of plastic. Okay. We're about halfway around, I think, or so. Yeah, a lot of this doesn't have anything on it. Some of these islands will have stuff all the way around, and then some of them only have them partially around and stuff. You'll start noticing, after you're playing for a while, you start noticing islands looking very similar, if not the same. That's because they are the same. All these islands have been handcrafted by the devs, so they craft each island, and then it randomly spawns in the world. It's just like 7 Days to Die with the POIs. The POIs are handcrafted, and then with random gen, they're randomly plotted into the world. The way this game works is the islands are randomly spawned as you're playing. So as you float through the ocean, they randomly spawn in front of you or nearby, essentially. I know it's getting dark. It'll get brighter in here once the moon comes out, but yeah, so that's how that works. And as you get far enough away from an island, the island will actually completely disappear on you. So, one of the warnings about this game is to stick with your raft until you can anchor your raft to where it can't move. If you want to get off of it, always stick with it, or you will regret it. Really wish there was a tutorial for this game, but there's not. As far as I know, there's not. Got some copper. So yeah, like I said, the stuff glows at night. Once the moon comes out, you can see pretty well. Not perfect, but you can see a decent amount. Okay, those are all just rocks. You see how stuff's glowing? it's got a glow to it. There's some clay. And the way the degradation works on the tools is every time you collect a resource with that tool, it degrades the tool itself. So this tool, I could throw this tool out or do that, and it'll never do anything to it because I haven't collected any resources. But once I collect a resource, then it immediately adds to the degradation. Obviously, the better the better and the more costly the tool is to make, the longer it's going to last. Essentially. This has been tutorials with with Whitestone Industries. I don't make any tutorial videos. I just talk about the game and do the tutorial as I play. And it's so random. And yeah, I'm not very good at making tutorials. I always tend to over-explain things. So, over-explain things, talk about things too much. I don't tend to dance around the point a little bit, and it's usually pretty random, the tutorial itself. I try to do a step-by-step process, and then sometimes it just evolves into random crap. Oh, there's going to be a pufferfish. You see that little structure there? There's going to be a pufferfish. There he is. Hello there, buddy. Get too close. Okay. And blip. Gotcha. Yeah. And you get all your arrows back too, so very nice. You're technically only losing degradation on the bow. So that's how the bow works, is it every time it fires an arrow, it adds to the degradation bar. Or it subtracts it, I should say. It doesn't add to it, it subtracts from it. This piece of copper. Oxygen bottle's about gone. Our inventory's getting full anyway. Especially if, well, that didn't really add. We got a mango nana recipe, which we already have, I believe. Unfortunately. Is there anything else? Yes. There's more in the center here. Is this a box? It is. I'll take that. That definitely filled our inventory. You see, we're almost done. So I'm not going to use another scuba suit on this. I'm just going to deal with it. You don't need a scuba suit, technically. You can swim around, it's just slow. And obviously the oxygen is a problem. Yeah, I think our oxygen bottle's gone because it's going much faster now. Yep. there's our boat. So, like I said, we're just about done with the island. Done collecting, but I want to collect everything, other than the rocks, of course. Because I need that scrap. Definitely want that scrap. Let's go grab some air. Hopefully Bruce doesn't notice we're close to our boat again. And I think that might be it. I want to go back this way and take that, take above this area here. Bloop, 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 bloop. What the heck, man? Oh, Bruce. Hey, Bruce. I think we got everything. Bruce did notice that we're near our boat again. Yeah, I think we did get everything on this top shelf. So he's gonna nip us a few times probably while we're looking. Yeah. Ah, you bastard. I'm not even gonna try to fight him because I'm about to get back on the boat. So. Back on our boat we go. Ouch. Let's go to bed. In our ocean-drenched bed. Can't fall asleep during daytime. Oh, did the sun just raise up? Yeah. The sun just came up. Looks like. Yep. The sun is a-rising. Sun is a-rising. That's sweet. Very nice. Okay, let's put up our inventory. Then we'll eat and drink, and we'll do some building. I think we collected enough resources. So. We're also going to put our scrap hook in here because we don't need it. Some potatoes and stuff. Food. Over here. There we go. Okay, we did get some metal. Oh yeah, we got enough scrap. Holy crap, that's a lot of scrap. Very nice. We're going to be able to do a decent amount of building this episode. Very good. Okay, sand glass, some explosive goo, and obviously seaweed. And then we've got open that and that. Okay. I think we got some palm leaves, yeah, from that crate, I think. And a bit more rope. And then the recipe. And we've already got mango nana. Definitely. Okay. Then we're about to start thirsting to death here in a little bit, so I'm going to put up my bow because I no longer need it because we're done. The bow I only use for the pufferfish and the birds, so that's all you need it for. Grab that, grab that. We'll grab our axe. Yeah. Both of our axes. This goes on the end. Building hammer goes next to that. Okay. Yeah, I know. Just open your mouth. You're underwater. You'll be fine. So 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like how the fresh water never gets mixed in when it's underwater like that. That would have been an interesting mechanic that you got to keep your freaking water high and dry. Well, you got to keep it high and not mix it with the ocean water. That would have been an interesting mechanic to have. Okay, so we got water as well. Let's see, do we have an extra spear? I think we do. Yeah, we do. We have an extra spear. Make that spear. Keep that spear. Okay, that's that. And that's our hotbar sorted, I think. We're not missing anything particularly. Let's grab some food. Yeah, I'm just gonna eat this last fish, whatever. I got plenty more. Little drowning in here. Okay, one last thing before we go. We'll go ahead and chop down these trees that we have on our boat. Get them replanted. Freaking water. Yeah, we'll chop down these so we can get some more wood. Okay. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very nice, very nice. Six. Save in. 8. 9. 10. Very nice, very nice. Okay. We got all 10 of our trees chopped down. I'm also missing some seeds. Yeah. So out of those 10 trees, I got 9 seeds. That's actually pretty good. That is very rare to have happen. So let's go ahead and plant these. Normally you need to water your crops, but I'm going to let the rain do that. Because I'm not really hurting for wood right now, so it really doesn't matter. Plus, each one of these takes up... So your water bottle is... Your water cup, your cup is 1 cup of water. And it goes by cups. So 1 cup of water equals 1 plant watered. When you water it, you need fresh water too. And the water bottle can hold 5, so I'd have to fill my water bottle after 5, and then, or I'd have to fill my water bottle twice, just so I can have water for myself. So yeah, definitely want to. I'm just gonna let the rain sort of water those. They won't die or anything like that if they don't have water. It's just they won't ever grow. So they'll just sit there in their baby stage. Once they're watered once, though, they're fine. Okay, so now if I remember right, in order to build enough of these poles to go across from one side to the other, it is 52 nails, wasn't it? So we'll take that nail, take all of our scrap. So let's see how many nails we can make. If we can make 104, that'd be awesome. But I think we're gonna make 52 and then see how much scrap we have left. So there's 20, 40, 52. So there's 52 nails right there. So 60 nails. 60, 80 nails. There's 100 nails. So we need 104. Okay, but there's 106 because it's in threes, so I really can't control that. So that leaves us with 18 scrap left. Or is that 100? Yeah, that's 106. Okay. So there's all of our nails. That does enough for 2 rows, but I don't think we can build 2 rows anymore because we're getting close to. Yeah, we're getting close to the spot where we can't, or we're gonna start using less nails, which is gonna be nice. Because this was the last row that could do this, I think. So yeah. Alright, the way this building system works, if you're curious, so you hold your builder, you have a building hammer, so you hold right click, and then you mouse over what you want. There we go. Boosteroid has a little bit of issues with this. This is a weird building mechanic, so we want poles, so pillars, and I want the fancy pillar. So then I'm going to right click, and then I'm going to let go of right click. You don't ever left click anything, you just hold right click, and then select what you want, and then let go of the right click, and that's how you build it. That's how you get it out. Then you get this little hologram as well. So, and then in this game, you want to build slowly because you can accidentally place stuff. Now, if you accidentally place something where you don't want it, the only way to remove it is to chop it with your axe, and then you only get half of the resources that you put in. So you want to be very, very careful, especially when you're spending a lot like I am. So it's 2 poles on top of each other. And then once we get this one, I'm going to hold right click again, and I'm going to go with the sideways pillar. So the way these work as well, you can only have a floor. The floor can only go 1 tile away from a supporting structure. So these poles are supporting structures. That's why they're everywhere. They are in a very specific line though, because of OCD. They got to be perfect. So yeah, they can only support 1 tile away of flooring. So yeah, and then hit R to rotate, and then left click to place, and then use the short one. Okay, so I've been alternating between short and long down the middle here because it's the boat is centered on one tile, so just gotta be careful with that. And then we'll go back to normal poles. Like I said, Boosteroid has a little bit of an issue with this building system. It's just a weird game, is all. Oh yeah, so we can put a pole here. I'm gonna try and build the floors, and we'll see how this is gonna work. I don't know how this section is because I haven't gotten to this point. Like I said, the poles are all in a perfect alignment, and doing the poles like this, or doing the poles crossways like this, is cheaper than having poles like this. So since it's centered on one, I can't put it in the middle. I can only put it on the corners of the foundations. So that's why. So now we're going to switch to flooring, which is underneath the foundations tab. I want the fancy floor, which the fancy stuff costs more in resources, by the way. Just shows you news. So yeah, see how I can't, because this is already 1 tile away from one of the supporting structures, I can't put a floor here, right here. I can only put a floor here where the pole is. So 1 tile out, and that's as far as you can go. And then 1 tile over, as far as you can go. So every 2, if you've got tall like this, every 2 you're going to need a pole. Or something. You can use a wall if you like, as well. But I use poles because I don't want to put walls in just yet down there. Because it's going to be a lot of empty space down there. And I don't really care about it, so I'm just like, meh. It's nice and slow build. We're going to need more wood. Don't worry, I have more wood. Also, it's getting nighttime. So I'm gonna go to bed, and then we'll finish this in the morning. In the morning. Okay, and it is now morning. Grab some water. That's what I do when I wake up, is I drink like a gallon of water. It's actually, it may sound like an exaggeration, but it's only a little bit, that's the thing. It's like, when I wake up, I'm so freaking thirsty. I was like guzzling down the water when I wake up, man. And then after that, after I drink my water, then obviously go for like a freaking couple minute piss. And then while I'm doing all that, I got coffee ready, or coffee being made as well. Yeah, we're almost out of wood. Crazy. We're gonna have to do some collection for a little while before we build much more. Okay. You can also build here too. Even though these poles are stacked up on top of each other, I could put another floor. If I wanted. It is. Okay, so I don't want to put I don't want to put poles on these slopes. I think what I want to do is I want to do some sideways poles. So do like these ones here. Oh, not those. Do like these ones here. The only problem is I can't really experiment. Okay, I have to. So like this then. Is that gonna be? So that's gonna be 1, 2, and then 1, 2. So I can put one on the end here. Yeah, now I should be able to put a floor down. I hope. So I didn't just waste several nails. Yeah. Okay. Oh, let's try to. I didn't jump that gap. Very nice. And I'm also leaving this open so that I can run out here. Gotta leave some holes. Alright, so that's perfect. It takes just as much as it would to put poles there, I guess. Okay. And again, because I'm using the fancy poles, I have to use the nails. As you can see, Boosteroid's just not happy with this building system. This is the only game that Boosteroid has issues with, is because of the building system. Because the way the building system works, that Boosteroid just like gets irritated at it, I suppose. Okay. I don't know if we have enough wood to make another set. But I guess we could try. Because we also need wood for the poles themselves. Okay. So then we go these as well. We continue with this pattern. Like that. And then we need one more pole over here. Actually, that's all the pole we need right there. In order to build floor, we don't have to go any further. Okay. I'll take it. And also, as a word of warning, if you're building like I am with poles and stuff, and you're building fancy stuff, you're wasting, not wasting, but you're using a bunch of resources. Make sure at least the very outer line, you can see these foundations here that go around the outer line of my boat. These foundations, word of caution that the shark can eat your raft. The shark can eat these raft pieces and these raft pieces. Now, the foundation. So if they destroy a foundation, so say Bruce came along and there's a big hole here, Bruce came along and and he ate one of these foundations that this pole is standing on, this pole would be gone, and any floors attached above it would also disappear. So we'd lose those resources. So if you're building fancy stuff, building big raft, at least do the very outer line of. You don't have to do the fancy foundations, but what you want to do is in this right here, the foundation armor. So you place this. So I can place this on any of this. I just don't have an iron with me. It also takes nails. But yeah, you want that so that the Bruce cannot eat these foundations. He's not allowed to eat these foundations because they're reinforced. So my entire outer lining of the boat is completely made of reinforced foundations. So yeah, definitely do that. This just a little tidbit of information. All right, back to floors, which I don't think we have the wood for, but we can try. Yeah, we definitely do not have the wood for this. Almost out of wood. Okay. I think I'm going to save the rest of my wood for right now. Until we can collect more. Because, yeah, we are now very, very low on wood. We have no more wood left. Oh, wait, no. Never mind. Shut up. I thought I was out of wood. I didn't realize that my inventory couldn't hold it all. But yeah, this is supposed to be all the boxes for all my wood. Which at one point, we did have most of those boxes filled. Never mind. I'm not out of wood. Okay, we'll finish this floor. Like I said, shut up. I do what I want. I can be an idiot. Okay. Which we all know that I am, so. Alright, sweet. That is all the floors that we can place today. Looks like we'll be using less and less nails as we get closer and closer, obviously, and less flooring as well. Or less and less wood for floors. And like I said, once this deck is done, we'll go back here. We'll start building the navigation deck or the observation deck, whatever you want to call it, with the captain's quarters and all that stuff. But once that upper deck is built, we can then put down the navigation stuff and start doing the story and like unlock all the cool bits for your boat. This is not the only thing you can do with a raft. This is not the only way to navigate your raft around. There's many other things out there. I don't want to spoil it, and also just in case people haven't seen it, but also I don't want to, I don't want to say, just don't want to say what it is right now. You guys will have to wait if you don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and put up all of our wood. Because that, like I said, that is all the wood. I could put down more poles, but I don't. Actually, could we? Yeah, we got enough wood. Let's see. Can we put down another row? So it's going to be 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 24, 30. So 36. How much is those poles that go across? So 36, 7, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Yeah, 43, 44 nails is what we need. 44 nails. Would that be enough? Actually, yeah. It would. Here's... Oh no, it wouldn't. Now we're out of scrap. Dang it. We're definitely out of scrap, right? Just make sure. What did I say? 44 nails? Yeah, it was 44 nails. Dang it. we're low. We're short 3 nails to be able to do that. Let's see. And we can't make another scrap hook either, because that takes scrap iron, doesn't it? Yeah, that takes scrap and bolts. Okay. Is there a chance? So we need 2 pieces of scrap in order to make 3 nails. There is a box out there I could try and go get. Wait, Bruce. I could try and get this barrel. Come on. Oh, it didn't have any scrap in it either. There's another barrel over there. Freaking Bruce. Leave me alone. Barrels have scrap in them, which is why I tried to go grab it. Jeez, he takes... This is on easy, by the way. He takes so much health off of you. It's insane. Ugh. I might go and try and grab that other barrel. And just hope. Because I can't really get scrap back from anything. That I know of, anyway. Oops, don't drop that. At least we got full health again. If we could just get a couple more pieces of scrap, then we can get 3 more nails. And then we'll have the exact amount we need. Well, that's a box as well. That definitely would have some scrap in it. I hope. Let's just hope. 2 pieces of scrap, that's all we need. And I didn't miss any underwater, I know that much. 1 piece of scrap. Yeah, like I said, you need 2 pieces in order to make a nail. Or in order to make the 3 nails. 1 piece. Dang it. And scrap isn't just floating around like all the rest of this is. We could look at the other side of the island to see if there's another barrel or box out that way. One of those floating barrels or boxes. So yeah, we definitely did not miss a piece of scrap. Pretty sure not. Oh, we did miss a piece of scrap. I'll go grab my hook. People were probably screaming at the screen the whole time, been like, yes, you know where you can get scrap, you just got to remember. Do you remember? Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I forgot about that area. Oh, I'm so stupid. My memory is horrible. Yeah, we can get more scrap. A little bit more anyway. Let me grab my scrap hook. Oops. Oh yeah, say we are playing with it. The browser. The only problem is though I don't have enough. I won't be able to collect enough scrap to make another scrap hook. So either we gotta get enough scrap to get another scrap hook, or we got to whatchamacallit? we got to hope for enough scrap floating to another island next time. Yeah, you guys remember this little pond? It's had a couple pieces of scrap in it. Like I said, cannot believe I completely forgot about this little pond here. Oh my gosh. Cannot believe that. So funny. Had like 4 pieces of scrap in there. Yeah, people were probably screaming at the screens for so long. Like, what the heck are you doing? What's wrong with you? Okay. Alright, let's make our 3 more nails that we needed. And let's put away the rest of this stuff. Oh, it's because I emptied out this chest. And I completely forgot about this chest. That's why I thought we were out of wood. Okay, that makes sense. Makes a little more sense now why I had done that to myself. Also, the 3 more freaking rocks, man. Not that. Get out of my inventory. I don't want another box of rocks. I was thinking about making another chest to collect more. Maybe eventually we will. And some rope. Okay, I'm just trying to empty out my inventory so I can grab all the wood. Nice. Okay. So now that we got the 44 nails we need, we can make 1 more row. Very, very nice. Okay. The big one will go on this side this time. And then the little one. Sweet. At least I've just been alternating that pattern back and forth. Okay. And then we do need the sideways ones. One to go that way. And to go that way. Okay. So there we go on that. Let me drink a little bit of water just to keep us going for the rest of this build. Okay. Then we'll go and do the flooring. Like I said, yeah, the fancy stuff's so expensive compared to the rest of it. At least I'll be using less and less though as we go along. Probably not going to do all of this. Yeah, I'm going to save some wood. We'll have to build that later. It hasn't rained yet, so my stuff hasn't grown. But yeah, like I said, I am going to save some wood because they do like smelting and stuff. So we'll wait to build the rest of that for right now because we don't have enough. So it's 4, no, it's 3 planks. Is it 3 across here? Yeah, so it's 6, 12, 18. So 24. So 30 wood. Yeah, that would take up all of our wood, and then we'd have to, and then we wouldn't have wood for anything else. So I'm just going to save the rest of it, and we'll build the rest of that flooring when we can. It's like, unless I have some hidden wood around here somewhere. It's like I could swim out and try to grab planks, but I do that. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, there we go. And then let's go ahead and grab some food. Fill up. And then I think that is going to be it for this episode of Raft. We went a bit longer than we normally do, but that is okay. Drink this water. Two. And four. Okay, that's all full. But yeah, like I said, that is going to be it. We did quite a bit of work and stuff like that. We did quite well. So next time we'll go sailing again and hopefully collect some more resources. But yeah, that is going to be it. So I do hope you enjoyed, and until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.